Hey guys, what's mudding back here? So I'm gonna sound like trash because I'm sick, but I just thought I'd go ahead and show you guys this video. So that is the Kawasaki Bayou. It is running. It took a lot longer than expected, only because I didn't work on it. I could have had it running months ago, but all it took was a little bit of modifying to the electrical system, which really doesn't even work. So you got to bump start it. But all I needed was gas and new carburetor, so it runs fine. It is going to stay like this. You can't wheelie it that high because the exhaust is so long. So we're going to cut the pipe probably and shorten it, or we're just going to cut the pipe, put a tractor exhaust on it, or you get an exhaust pipe tractor supply. I could completely restore this bike. I could have, but I decided to cut all these out of here and cut the things at the bottom to fit bigger tires. These are 24s, I think. Let's see. Yeah, these are, oh yeah, I think these are 26s, 24s, 25, or 25s, 26s. We have some 27s, I think, that go on there. They're Vampire ones. Bike runs good, pretty much. I will ride around on it a little bit. Tires are bald, so when I get new tires for it, I'm gonna put those on the front. Actually, no, I can't. It was too wide. But I'm gonna get new tires for the front, and I'll put these in the back and roast them. And then, other than that, it runs fine. The gas tank is bungee corded on there. I didn't have a lot of the parts for it, but I will show you guys how it runs. So that's your key switch right there. I'm not gonna shut it off because I have to bump start it again. That's reverse. Brakes work good, so it does burn out. That shifts up nice and smooth. Top speed on it's about 36. It needs oil bad. I can feel it starting to lock up, but we're running still locked. That left tire does lock up sometimes. I don't know what the deal with that is, but it's a pretty fun bike. Really well for now. Like I said already on the wheelies, turning radius sucks, by the way. Like, you can't turn around on this thing. You gotta put it in reverse to turn around. I don't know if it's just because the tires don't have any grip on them, or if it just sucks that bad. But I do know you cannot turn for the crowd. Here's my little burnout I did. Didn't leave much. It is pretty power reduced right now, but yeah, so starter doesn't work. It'll turn over sometimes, but I don't think that's the right starter for it, because you can see the starter's not all the way in there. I'm trying. It's not all the way up against there. And it just goes instead of actually activating the bike. So that's that. A lot of the stuff I just have pulled up and zip tied. I cut most of this wires out of it that we didn't need. But basically this bike is just going to be for wheelies and jumps and just to ride around. My first plan with it was just to get it running, snorkel it, and just send it as deep as possible. But things changed, and I didn't really want to do that to this bike just because it would take a lot more to seal everything up, and I just don't feel like wasting that kind of time. So, boom. We'll just use it for wheelies and stuff. The Honda go deep. So it runs all right. I don't have a before picture of what it looked like with plastics, but you can go on the internet and look up 1986 Honda 4-tracks Kawasaki Bayou 300 or whatever it is. It's not a 4-track, it's a 4x4 because 4-track is Honda, but yeah, it runs all right for a 33-year-old bike. Could run better. Definitely needs some engine oil though. I can feel it starting to lock up. Most of the stuff I just cut off of it, like these. I think I already said this, but I'm gonna say it again. These, and I did cut a few more things. Like, well, I just bent these out of the way. There was a few other metal pieces on here, and the front rack's not on it. Back rack's not on it. Am I gonna put it back together? I think I do still have all the bumpers and stuff for it. I just don't have any of the bolts, and most of them are stripped out, or they got bolts broke off in them. And I just didn't really feel like taking the time and going and drilling out the holes or tapping new holes in it and doing all that. So I was like, whatever, I'll just do that. Yeah, I still do have the front rack. I don't have the rear rack. The rear rack was broken. And my dad was kind of mad that I did take those things out, so I couldn't put it back together fully. But then again, it's not his four-wheeler. You might say, well, it's older than you, so obviously you didn't buy it. But it was my grandpa's four-wheeler, he bought it. But he told me when I started to work on it, I told him I was gonna fix it up and make it rideable again. He said, it's your bike now. You can do whatever you want with it. I'll help you fix it. And pretty much all he did was help me with the electrical issue, which didn't end up working for us, but it runs all right. So I do have clips of us starting it. I gotta make sure we didn't cuss in them because we had to bump start it and it was not working. So to get it bump started, it wouldn't bump start in first gear like the 90. It wouldn't bump start in second. I had to put it in third, fourth, and fifth to get it started. I had to go up gears. And we were pulling it, and I would come up on the shifter, and it would just sit there in the back end and just bounce. And it would act like it's trying to turn over. So I was like, maybe this will work. So I started thinking, I was like, let me shift it up. Started shifting it up, got it up, went in fifth gear, and then it started right up. I was like, oh my God. Well, this carburetor is too long for this carburetor. This throttle cable is not long enough for this carburetor. So this right here is the lip it's supposed to be sitting in, and that controls your idle. And I couldn't, this screw didn't have any more screw on it to make it sit right. So all I did was zip tie it to the frame. It's got a little bit of slack in it now. My Honda's like that as well, but it's pretty accurate now because it was stuck. The idle was like that. So let's see if focus. That's stock. The idle was like right there. I was like, oh my God, because it was wide open. Caden thought the needle was stuck, and or the float was, yeah, the needle was stuck, or it wasn't the right needle, and because like it was like way revved up. I popped it in first gear. Tire spun, the front end came up. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I let it wind out for a little bit like that, but then I was like, I need to fix this now before it blows something up or hurts it even more. So I got that fixed in a heartbeat. Didn't do nothing. So this is a 10-minute video on the Kawasaki. Well, it's gonna be a little bit longer than 10 minutes because I want to talk about these other four-wheelers in here. I'm done talking about this for now. I'm actually gonna make a slideshow for this today. If I wash it, but probably not. The 90, I'm gonna look at that this week. It is spring break, and I'm hoping to go to Sabine this Sunday. Take that out for a spin there. I'll seal everything up again before I go. This, it runs. All it needed was a carburetor the first time I fixed it. This is a brand new carburetor on it. So all it should need is a little clean, and then plastics are right there, gas tanks on the other side of that ice chest. The only problem we have with this is, you probably can't see, but the rear end is bent somewhere, and this axle won't slide forward enough because you can't really see from here. But I can fit my finger back there, and it won't slide forward enough. You can see it there. See that gap in between there? It won't slide forward enough to get the chain all in there. It stops like right there. So I think it's bent somewhere, or there's something blocking it. So I never really got the chance to look at that. I may drop the whole axle out and then put it back in and look at it again. Other than that, it should be good to go. Other than the neutral light doesn't work. For one, it doesn't have a battery in it. But something got wet when we took it in the creek, and the neutral light stopped working, so oh well. I'm gonna need new gas hoses for it because they broke off the tank because Caden sat on it. I don't have any of the bolts for this one either, I don't think. They were all sitting in here, but I think I had to use some of them on the, yeah, I have some of them. But I think I had to use all the bolts that were in there, some of them for the Honda, which is okay. I can find bolts for this. I'll actually do this one good. And I am gonna sell this one. Caden might buy it. I'm not gonna sell it for much, probably 800 bucks. If it runs good. This, I really wanna fix it as well. It's just gonna need a little bit more money than I have right now. The Can-Am is still being fixed. They got the U-joint fixed. I'm waiting on the gas tank to come in. This one, it's gonna take a little bit more. If I fix it, I think I'm gonna give it back to my dad. So he can give my four-wheeler back mainly, but just because he just bought a new truck. He bought a 2020 F250 four-wheel drive. It's got 6-inch lift on 37s and 37 by 12 by some 22, I think. It's like $6,000 rims and tires. And yeah, it's pretty nice. And so I want he needs a four-wheeler, so I let him use the Can-Am to ride around with us. But I broke it again, so he got to get it fixed. But I think I'm gonna get this one fixed. All it needs is new head gaskets, not head gaskets, but needs top end rebuild basically. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't know much about that. I've never really tore into the actual top end of a four-wheeler, just the engine to where the gears are to do a gear reduction. And I'm getting a gear reduction on this bike here. I think I'm gonna go down a size in tire, so I really don't need a gear reduction, but I may go ahead and go to 28. If I get a 28, all I need is a 35 or 40, which I don't think they make 35s for these, what they made. But I'm not getting a 60. That's what I was originally gonna go with, was a 60% gear reduction. I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about this, but I'm just gonna go ahead. I was gonna get a 60% gear reduction for this, which is $775. I don't have that kind of money right now. I really don't want to spend that kind of money on a gear reduction. So, which they're really not much cheaper, so it's really worth getting, because like the 40 is like $725. And then if you get the springs and all that, and it's just, oh, it's a lot of money. And I'm gonna have to pay to get it in because I don't want to tear into this four-wheeler like that. That's how I messed that one up. I was doing it myself. Well, really my dad did it. But I'm not gonna here to blame anything on him. So yeah, this is my plan with these two four-wheelers. Hope to get them fixed. If you don't want this one, I'll sell it, it's fine. Of course, I'm gonna paint it and everything. And make it look as nice as I can. Corvette, hopefully should be working on it after I get these out of the way. This chopper was in here for a old guard redone. Looks crappy, but that's that. My dad's truck is actually not here, or else I would show it on the channel. But I could drive now, so that's what I'm driving. I think I said this in plenty of other videos. I could drive this, but we're afraid to put the flatbed on it and paint it and all that. And I told him I'd just wait till he got the flatbed to drive it, because I really don't like driving the dually. Not really that I'm not comfortable with it. I've drove it all over the place. But I don't like parking it in the school parking lot because I don't trust all these little high school kids. I know I'm a high schooler too, but you know, I don't trust these people. No offense, manly women, but I don't trust them to back into my dad's truck because he would be very mad. yeah, so that's pretty much why I don't drive it. It's also huge, and so I don't want to drive it. But once it has a flat bed on it, which we got to cut a little bit of the frame off because that bed's just a tad bit shorter than the other bed, than this bed, which you can obviously look at it and tell. So that's pretty much it on the channel. I'm actually fixing to go ride just a little bit on the Honda. I'm gonna test it out in the water again after I let PSI out of the tire. So I'll probably film a little bit there, and then hopefully we can go to Sabine this weekend and ride. I'd say it's been about 4 years since I've been out there, so I don't know what it looks like or anything. I don't know if any of the trails are the same, but it's been a long time, so hopefully me and Landon and Dad can go. We're trying to find a lot more people to go with this when we can drive and stuff. So if anyone lives in the Leesville area, or closer to Sabine, I guess, if you live in Louisiana and you go to Sabine and you're not just retarded, then hit me up. I'll try and put my Instagram in here or something. Yeah, that's it. So like, comment, subscribe. I don't have any more questions about the Kawasaki or the Honda, so this will be it for you guys. See you in the next video.